Beijing's newly appointed director of the liaison office meets with community leaders and residents for a more in-depth understanding of the district councils and care teams. Secretary for Justice Paul Lam says the International Organization for Mediation underscores the SAR's reputation as a global city which upholds the rule of law. And fans bid an emotional farewell to the iconic Grand Ocean Cinema before the theater closed its doors for good after 56 years. Good evening, you're watching Cable News. I'm Jeremy Zhu. Newly appointed director of Beijing's liaison office in Hong Kong, Zhou Ji, visited Shamshui Po and Tsingyi to engage with residents. Conducting his first district visits since his appointment, Zhou visited a community service center for women in Shamshui Po and a community hall in Tsingyi to better understand local community work and residents' livelihoods. He described district councils, the three committees, and care teams as the three core drivers of improving governance at the district level, encouraging them to act as a bridge between the government and citizens. Zhou also reaffirmed his commitment to upholding the one country, two systems principle to foster a prosperous Hong Kong. Hong Kong has become the headquarters for the International Organization for Mediation, with 33 countries signing on as founding members. Secretary for Justice Paul Lam described the outcome as ideal and expressed confidence in the body's ability to resolve disputes through equitable and peaceful means. Cheryl Yun reports.
Taking to the airwaves, Lam said the 33 founding members of ILMED represent approximately one-third of the world's population, or roughly 2.7 billion people. He described the turnout as highly successful and exceeding expectations. Lam emphasized that non-member states are also welcome to utilize ILMED's mediation services and encouraged them to join the organization in the future. He further noted that most countries prefer resolving disputes through equitable and peaceful means, focusing on solutions rather than determining right or wrong, adding that mediation is a more effective approach than arbitration or litigation. Addressing concerns about the absence of major European and American countries, which some argue undermines the body's authority, Lam stressed that tangible outcomes matter most, expressing confidence that successful resolutions over time would build global trust. The headquarters at the historic Wan Chai police station will be fully operational by the end of the year. The Justice Minister highlighted that selecting Hong Kong as the headquarters reflects not only strong national backing, but also the city's well-established reputation for upholding the rule of law. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
Movie fans bid farewell to one of Hong Kong's landmark theaters, iconic for its giant screen that has showcased films across genres and eras for over 5 decades. The Golden Harvest Grand Ocean Cinema in Tsim Sha Tsui will draw the curtains for one last time today after creating 56 years of cherished memories for Hong Kongers. Cheryl Yun has the story.
Hong Kongers gathered to say a final goodbye to the Grand Ocean Cinema before its final credits roll. Moviegoers lined up not only for tickets, but also to snap photos with the historic venue, bidding a bittersweet farewell. All 6 screenings saw near-capacity crowds, including 3 sold-out blind box sessions as fans rushed to experience the theater's final reel. It's such a pity to see the cinema close. I've been coming here since I was a kid and it's filled with memories, said one man, recalling the countless films he watched there growing up. Another visitor echoed similar sentiments, noting that the cinema holds collective memories for local residents. Hong Kongers should support cinemas before they shut down, he urged. Since opening in 1969, the Grand Ocean Cinema originally housed over 1,700 seats. It was downsized to 456 seats after a 2013 renovation and will take its final bow at midnight tonight. With the closure, Golden Harvest is left with 5 cinemas in Hong Kong, a tough reminder of the city's fading movie scene. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
Residents of Queen's Hill Estate in Fanling have reported black particles in their freshwater supply, even after the Water Supplies Department cleaned the estate's water pipes. Authorities said initial inspections found no abnormalities, but pledged to continue investigations. Black impurities were clearly visible in tap water from a kitchen faucet in one resident's flat at Queen's Hill Estate. A mother of 3 young children, this resident voiced concerns over water quality and has resorted to using bottled water for drinking. The WSD cleaned water tanks in all 7 residential blocks after receiving complaints and tested pipe samples, confirming they met safety standards. However, the problem remained unsolved and in some cases has worsened. The Housing Department said it will collaborate with the WSD to monitor on water quality and to explore ways to strengthen filtration systems. Financial Secretary Paul Lam has highlighted the accelerating economic and trade ties between Hong Kong and the Global South. He also emphasized the need to seize opportunities and explore new avenues for development. In his weekly blog, Chan noted that the first Islamic bond exchange traded fund was listed in the SAR last week. Over the past 2 years, both Hong Kong and Saudi Arabia have launched ETFs tracking each other's financial markets, reflecting growing bilateral engagement. Chan added that the Global South has a young population and relatively stable political environments, with a strong focus on economic growth. By leveraging the one country, two systems advantage, the city can expand its development role and contribute to greater prosperity in the Global South, he said. To facilitate the National Games and the National Special Olympic Games to be held in November, Sun Yat-sen Memorial Park Sports Center and some of its peripheral facilities will be temporarily closed starting today. With the main media center to be set up at the park for the National Games, the Sports Center complex, part of its peripheral area, and the Sports Center car park will be temporarily closed for public use from today and will gradually reopen to the public in the first quarter of 2026 once the facilities are restored. Meanwhile, the swimming pool at the park will continue to open for public use. Residents are urged to use similar leisure and sports facilities in the Central and Western District. At least 2 people are dead and more than 500 have been arrested in the French capital after violent clashes broke out between the police and fans who were celebrating home club Paris Saint-Germain's victory over Italian giants Inter Milan in the Champions League final. A large crowd had gathered near Parc des Princes Stadium, which is PSG's home ground, located in southwest Paris. Fireworks and flares were set off as they celebrated their team taking the lead against Inter Milan in the Champions League final, which was being played in Munich, Germany. Victory celebrations started at the halftime break when PSG took a 2-0 lead. Violent fans started hurling bottles and other objects at police, who retaliated with tear gas. By the time the 5-0 victory was achieved, riots had broken out in other parts of the city. Fans stormed subway stations, taking over platforms and trains. Nearly 6,000 police were deployed as streets quickly turned into battlegrounds. The rioting and the party continued late into the night before order could be restored. At least 26 Palestinians have been killed in Israel's latest offensive in the Gaza Strip, which targeted an aid distribution center near the southern city of Khan Yunis. Israel Defense Forces said it is unaware of injuries caused by their troops near the relief site and is reviewing the matter. Sachin Katvi reports.
Eyewitnesses reported that Israeli tanks opened fire near the aid center. where many people had gone to collect food and other essential supplies. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, which operates the aid center, is a private organization backed by Israel and the United States. It was set up amid Israeli accusations that Palestinian armed group Hamas is stealing aid in Gaza and selling it for profit. Previous efforts by the foundation to distribute aid have been marred by chaos after thousands of starving Palestinians ransacked a warehouse full of supplies. A U.S. brokered hostages for prisoners ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas was rejected by the Palestinian group, which has demanded a continuous flow of humanitarian aid, a permanent truce, and a complete Israeli withdrawal from Gaza. Details of the U.S. proposal have not been made public, but among other demands, it reportedly includes a 60-day pause in fighting in exchange for 28 Israeli hostages and the return of more than 1,200 Palestinian prisoners held in Israeli jails. Sachin Katwi, Cable News.
On to the weather now. Mainly cloudy with a few showers tomorrow, hot with sunny periods during the day. The temperature will be ranging from 27 to 32 degrees. Expect some isolated thunderstorms later. Now let's take a look at the weather around the world. That's our news tonight. I'm Jeremy Zhu. Thank you for watching and good night.